I believe everything needs a container. Objects, time, even your energy. When things have a home, life just feels lighter, calmer, and more intentional. Today, I want to share my personal philosophy that I call the Contain Your Life system. It's not about restricting yourself or living in a sterile, minimalist box. It's about creating a supportive structure that allows you to thrive. So, what does it mean to contain your life? At its core, it's about giving everything a designated place. Think about it. When you can't find your keys, it's frustrating, right? That's because they don't have a consistent home. Now, apply that same logic to everything else, from the clutter on your desk to the commitments in your calendar. Let's start with the most obvious one: physical objects. Our homes can easily become overwhelmed with stuff. The first step is always to declutter. You can't organize clutter, but once you've decided what to keep, every single item needs a container. For my pantry, I use clear, uniform containers for dry goods, like pasta, rice, and flour. It's not just about looking pretty for a photo. It's about function. I can see exactly what I have, which prevents me from buying duplicates and reduces food waste. It's a simple system that saves me time and money. The same goes for my closet. Instead of having a mountain of clothes, I use drawer dividers for socks and underwear. All my sweaters are folded and stored in specific bins on a shelf. My shirts are hung up, grouped by type and color. When everything has its place, getting ready in the morning is effortless. There's no frantic searching, no decision fatigue. The container, the drawer divider, the bin, the section of the closet holds the items and creates a boundary. This concept extends beyond just boxes and bins. A shelf is a container for books. A jewelry box is a container for your accessories. A designated charging station is a container for all your electronics and their messy cords. The key is to define the space. For example, my entryway has a small tray. That tray is the designated container for my keys, wallet, and sunglasses. The moment I walk in the door, those items go into the tray. They don't get scattered on the kitchen counter or lost in a coat pocket. It's a tiny system, but it eliminates a daily source of friction. Now, let's move beyond physical things and talk about something less tangible: time. How do you contain your time? The answer is your calendar. Your calendar is the ultimate container for your commitments, appointments, and tasks. A lot of us treat our calendars as just a place for meetings, but I use it to contain my entire day. I block out time for deep work, for answering emails, for exercise, and even for rest. This is called time blocking. When I schedule a 2-hour block for project work, that time is contained. It has a start and an end. I know that during those 2 hours, that's my only focus. I'm not trying to multitask or worry about the 10 other things on my to-do list. Those other things have their own containers later in the day or week. This protects my focus and makes me incredibly productive. It also prevents burnout. By scheduling breaks and downtime, I'm giving my rest a container. It becomes a non-negotiable part of my day, not just something I do if I have time left over. Think of your week as a large container. You only have 168 hours. If you don't decide how to fill it, other people and random distractions will fill it for you. Be intentional. Create containers for your priorities. Maybe you have a family time container every evening from 6 to 8 p.m. where phones are put away, or a learning container on Saturday mornings to take an online course or read a book. You are designing your life by defining these boundaries. You're telling your time where to go. And that brings me to the most abstract yet most important element: energy. How do you contain your energy? Our mental and emotional energy is finite. If we don't protect it, it gets drained very quickly. For me, containing my energy means setting clear boundaries with people and with my own thoughts. Let's talk about digital energy. Social media, news alerts, and the constant stream of emails are huge energy vampires. I create containers for these activities. I have a specific time in the morning and in the afternoon to check my email. Outside of those times, the email tab is closed. My phone is on Do Not Disturb for large chunks of the day. I'm not available 24/7, and that's okay. I'm containing my attention and protecting my peace. Another way I contain my energy is by having designated worry time. This might sound strange, but it's incredibly effective. If a worry or an anxious thought pops into my head during the day, I acknowledge it, and then I mentally tell myself, I will think about this during my scheduled worry time at 5 p.m. I'm not suppressing the thought. I'm just putting it in a container to deal with later. When 5 p.m. comes, I'll sit down for 15 minutes and actually think about those worries. Often by then, they seem much smaller, or I can come up with a clear action step. This prevents anxiety from hijacking my entire day. Containing your life is also about saying no. Every time you say yes to something, you're using up a piece of your time and energy container. Before committing, ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Do I actually have the capacity for this? Saying no isn't selfish. It's essential for managing your resources. It's about honoring the commitments you've already made by not overextending yourself. Your no creates space for a more meaningful yes. This system of containment has truly transformed my life. It's not about perfection. My house isn't always perfectly tidy, and my schedule sometimes goes off the rails. But because the underlying systems are in place, it's so much easier to reset. When things get chaotic, I know how to bring them back to a state of calm. I just have to put things back in their containers. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity and scalability. You can start small. Pick one area of your life that feels chaotic. Is it your kitchen counter? Start there. Get a fruit bowl, a mail sorter, and a canister for utensils. Create homes for those items. Experience how that little bit of order makes you feel. Then, move to the next thing. Maybe it's time blocking just one workday, or setting a container for your phone in the evening. The goal isn't to live a rigid, colorless life. It's the opposite. It's by creating these simple structures and containers, you free up mental space. You reduce stress and decision fatigue. You stop wasting time and energy on the small stuff, so you have more of it for the things that truly matter. It's about building a foundation of order so that you can be more creative, more spontaneous, and more present in your own life. So I encourage you to look around. What in your life needs a container? It could be the pile of papers on your desk, the endless to-do list in your head, or the feeling of being constantly drained. Start by giving one thing a home. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you some inspiration for creating more calm and intention in your own life. If you enjoyed this video and want more ideas on building simple systems, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you're going to contain first. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one.